Hello and welcome back to the Coastal Pearl Living podcast. My name is Megan Nager and I am so excited to be here. We are back with Bergman Jewelers, one of my favorites of all time. Gave me a lot of ideas about like what to buy myself. We interviewed them about a month ago and we are back with one of the owners, Nicky. And we are talking all about love and Valentine's Day, what you get yourself, what you get your loved one, what they could get you. So let's dive in. Hi, Nikki. Welcome.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you
You
again.
too.
Doing well.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like the red.
Oh, keep it festive.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so speaking of which, it's almost Valentine's Day. How do you feel about Valentine's Day as a
Um,
jeweler?
well, I have to say, you definitely get a lot of people in for Valentine's jewelry. I have
Okay.
to say, Christmas is probably number one, but
Okay.
Valentine's Day and Mother's Day are probably neck and neck after that.
Oh, Mother's Day too. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so since it's right around the corner,
hmm
what would you say differentiates what well, you'd have to look at other stores, but like what's a differentiator that makes you stand apart during Valentine's Day? Like, do you guys decorate? Are you really does the store does it feel like it's all about love? Like, what do you guys do?
So I actually decorate for every holiday. That's just,
Okay,
who
love
I
it.
am. I could probably do a little bit more, but so yes, I do decorate.
Okay.
I still have the poinsettias from Christmas, so those are right there in the window. But as far as other stores, I should probably, just to keep myself like, with what's going on, I should probably stroll into other stores, but I have to
Well,
say,
you don't want to like spy on them, I guess. Well, maybe you do.
but, to see like what's trending,
Yeah.
because I haven't been to a jewelry show in a while. And that's usually how I figure out like,
Okay.
what's hot. I mean, we have our jewelers pages and whatnot, but um, advertising, I would say that's one thing that maybe differentiates us from other
Okay.
companies is we hit it hard with the
For
advertising for
Valentine's.
Valentine's and Christmas, those two for sure.
Okay, nice. No, that definitely makes a
It's my
difference.
living media.
Love
I
it,
might
of
add.
course. So when you advertise, do you give like discounts for Valentine's Day or is it more just awareness?
Um, so we do discounts. I want to say I think it's like 20% we give right off rip
That's pretty good
off
for
all
yeah.
items. And we have free jewelry cleaning like for basically anyone. That's an incentive anytime
Nice.
anybody wants to come in. But yeah, I would say that. And then we also do like trade-ins and whatnot. We have a lot of people selling gold.
Yep, I've heard that.
And, not everybody just wants the cash. They'll just use some of the jewelry that they're not wearing anymore that might be broken,
Mm.
outdated, whatever. And then they just, oh, I want this piece. And sometimes it could be an even trade. It kind of just depends
Oh, wow.
stones and weight.
So you'll trade there.
Yeah,
It's okay, very
we can
cool.
do that.
I
Yeah.
love that. Okay, so I guess going back to this theme of love, what do you see that people is there like a thing that people typically want for Valentine's Day? Whether it's like guys versus women or like what do you see?
So, a lot of guys, I have to say, some guys have women that they come in and they're like, I want
Yep.
2 millimeter band, this cut, this cut. I mean, they know. And
Everything.
then there's a lot, I would say about 80% of the gentlemen that come in, they're like, yeah, I got to get her something. What do you
I
suggest?
don't know. Yeah.
And I'm like, my first question is like, okay, well, is this somebody that's been in your life for a while? Are you married? Because there's you don't want to, God forbid, say be dating someone a couple months and get them a ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're like going that direction, that's the direction you want to go, sure. But I always try to keep it nice and vague. And I'm just like, you know what? You can't go wrong with hearts,
Smart. Oh, yeah, it's true.
and we have a lot of hearts, even like, I would say, or if not hearts, another way to go, just because it's like the theme. We have a lot of beautiful pink sapphire or pink
Oh, that's
diamond
pretty.
or ruby. So that kind
Yeah.
of, goes with the theme.
Okay, smart.
You do have those people that want to propose. So
I was gonna ask, so do you notice like an uptick in proposals during Valentine's Day or not? Or not?
not as much as Christmas and New Year's,
Oh, really?
but there are definitely people that, yeah, pop
Okay.
the question.
Have you ever had somebody pop the question in your store?
No, but that would be exciting.
That'd be really
I
exciting.
would probably be just as emotional as the girl
I would
receiving
too.
the ring. I'd be
You're like, yeah, I do. I do. I will. I love that. So, okay. So hearts are good. Rubies. Is there anything? So you mentioned gold. I know gold is trending. It's the prices are crazy.
skyrocketing.
Yeah. And I only know that from having invested very little in like silver and gold coins.
I just invested last week. Okay.
Okay.
When it was at
Yeah.
5,100.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And then yesterday it's at 46. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Dad, my dad's like, I told you not to lose your your mind when it dips. I'm like, I don't know, Dad. I'm about
Yeah.
to lose my mind because $8,000 for
Yeah.
it's a little chunk of change. That was the
Yeah.
girls' braces fund. So
That's no, it's a lot. It's like going, it's like, well, it keeps going up, right?
so now finally, right, like today, currently, right before I walked in here, it was back to 49 from
Okay. Okay.
46. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
I'm not going to freak out until like a week goes by,
Okay.
because
'Cause
in a day, it can go up,
I
down.
know,
So
I know. My dad tracks it like I hear every day from him, but silver and gold. But he bought it low, so he's like, "What?" It's crazy how much it's going up. And I've heard just from different people, they're saying that men are investing, or I guess women too, are investing in literally like gold bracelets or necklaces just instead of getting like coins. Have you seen that?
I have. And you want to know what? I kind of wish I would have done that. I would
Mm,
much rather have something that I can wear every day.
yeah,
Now, the people like the coins because it's like an exact weight. You have a half ounce
exactly.
coin, a 1 ounce coin, you know what it is. And bullion is like pretty standard. Like
Okay,
when you go to sell it, like you can, like, usually I see like on what average is 2 to 300 under spot when you go
okay,
to sell your bullion. That's the average from store to store. Whereas jewelry, it can vary because if you
yeah.
have diamonds and whatnot, obviously weight has a
Well,
big
that'd
thing
be
to do
hard
with
to
it.
like. You have to like filter out the diamond weight, or I guess you just trade gold
No,
piece.
the diamonds actually add too.
For sure, but I'm
You know,
thinking would it be hard to gauge, like, the weight of the gold if there's, like, other stones on it?
not at all.
No? Okay.
No, you
Okay.
kind of when you're doing it a while, you kind of get like a sense
Okay.
of what the diamond weight is and whatnot. But that's technically in the calculations of doing diamonds. You actually don't deduct from weight at all. It's more colored stones because colored stones are usually bigger and like stuff like topaz,
Mhm.
amethyst. That's something you would deduct from the gold weight because paying
Okay.
like what gold being almost 5,000
Yeah,
an
it's
ounce, you're
insane.
not going to be
It's so
paying,
crazy.
say for example, you got a big topaz that's 2 or 3 penny
Right.
weights, that's going to be a couple $100 in what you would just be paying for like an amethyst or a topaz. So you do have to kind of deduct for those kinds of stones, but diamond jewelry, I would say, it's a smart buy. And then anything that's kind of like, well, it doesn't have to be heavy, but if
Mhm.
if you were going to go the bullion route anyway,
Mhm.
it's
So get a heavier piece of jewelry, you're
yeah,
saying? Okay. What
It-
what is like, what type of jewelry? Like, I have a plain, like, it's not a herringbone necklace, is it? Do they say herringbone
yeah,
necklace?
actually they do. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I have one of those. It's not very heavy. Like, what type of gold item, if you want, you're looking for jewels, would have that, like, heavier, more substantial?
You know what I've noticed? Definitely necklaces, like a paperclip necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Okay.
can vary because you have like hollow, semi hollow, and
Yeah.
then solid. Get maybe a solid one of those. I've seen,
Okay.
some bangle bracelets.
Yeah, that are just full, like,
r-
thick. Yeah.
Thick. You can do stuff like that. What else? I do have to say, in this, it has to do with gold, but at the same time, designer.
Mhm.
A lot of designer pieces will hold their value more so than just a nice handcrafted piece of jewelry. Like,
Really?
yes, I
So,
will
for
say
instance, you're saying like Tiffany or Cartier or
correct. But at the same time, you're probably paying more. I would
for sure.
100% recommend buying anything designer pre-owned because I will say it's
Ooh,
kind of just like a car.
that's good
Once
to
you
know.
drop it off the lot, there you go.
Like the Cartier love bracelet. Speaking of back to the thing of love, like that would be a great present for me. But I don't want to pay like it's $7,500 for the one with like there's no it's just gold. Well, I guess
I
now that makes sense, huh?
I actually have one in the store right now for
With my name on
one.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
come on in and get it. The only thing we bought it right, but I need to get another screw. It's missing a
Oh,
screw, but I do have one at the store.
so you got it pre-owned,
Yes.
and then is the price significantly less?
Oh yeah. I mean,
So that's a really good love present, huh?
I would say so.
Yeah.
And you got it on and it's one of those things you just put on and
Yeah,
you
you don't have
kind
to
of
worry
forget
about
about.
it.
I mean, you would want to. You have a screwdriver who wants to
Yeah, it's like an ordeal. But
uh-huh.
that's and then the love, they have the rings too,
They have
right?
the rings and
Yeah.
then they have like the nail design, which is also
Yeah.
something that I've seen as a hot thing. Paperclip necklaces for sure. The trois et moi, which is the two stones. You
Oh,
could get
yeah.
two different cuts, two different colors. That's
Okay.
another trending. bezel set, and marquee. Those are the things.
that are hot right now.
Hmm.
Well, if you're a guy, this is perfect because Nikki really takes her time going through everything. So, you can explain what to get.
And I do ask, I'll ask like, okay, because guys, I'm sorry, but they are kind of clueless. So you have
Yeah.
to kind of like ask them some questions like, so what do you see her wearing? Is she more of a diamond girl or a colored stone
Hmm.
girl? Does she wear yellow, white, or both? I mix it up. You can't
Yeah, I
go
like the
wrong when
mix.
you just kind of mix it.
Yep.
And then I kind of just get a feel for what her style is. And then from
Okay.
there I make my recommendations. But like even now if someone who's been married like a long time, I'm not going to be like, oh, here, get her, a cute little heart necklace.
Right. So that's great. What would you suggest for someone like that?
For someone who's say been married, we'll say example 10, 20
Yeah.
years, a tennis bracelet or a
That's
tennis
beautiful.
necklace.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more substantial,
Yep.
holds its value great.
Yep.
And you have the option of lab grown or mine grown depending on which course, but
I was about to follow up with that.
they're classic timeless pieces that I feel like those just never go out of
Those are
style.
the best. I love a tennis bracelet, tennis necklace because
Mhm.
really they don't go. They've been around since like people have been wearing them forever, right? Decades.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that and diamond by the yard. Can't go wrong there
What's
either.
that?
So it's like kind of similar to what I have going on. It's the chain. I mean,
Oh,
mine's
that's
mini because
pretty.
I have a pendant on it, but you get it bigger. You have the chain with the little bezel set diamonds.
Oh, like spread out more.
And you could
Okay.
do bigger diamonds, which is usually how it comes. Like I said, mine are just tiny because I have a
No, that's
pendant on there.
beautiful.
Thank you. My daughter's birthstone.
I love it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually a really, especially if you don't want to go full blown tennis necklace. Like I feel
Mhm.
like a bezeled thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So diamonds by the yard. And you can also do a tennis necklace. They have different styles where, like, instead of having all of the same size diamonds, you can
Oh, the
do it
graduate. Yep.
graduated and don't have to necessarily
It can
go,
stop, right?
you can stop,
Yeah.
save yourself a few. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
going lab grown, probably not going to make a huge difference. Mine grown, it definitely would. So you
Okay.
could always stop, like, right where the hair is, if.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's a way to save. But those are some timeless pieces. What else? I mean, we have some nice diamond fashion jewelry, you
Okay.
know, um, some pretty diamond rings, the thick, chunky bands,
Yeah.
stuff
You
like
can't go
that.
wrong with that either. A
Right?
chunky ring could be good, just like solid gold, silver.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we spoke about this. The last episode was very focused on just your business in general, but also lab grown
Yes.
versus real. Or what do you say?
Mine grown.
Mine grown, excuse me, because they're both real. I know. But we got a lot of like interest in your episode because people are very into lab grown diamonds right now.
Yes.
Including me. So
Me too.
yeah, no, they're great. So do you see a difference for Valentine's Day, for instance, or holidays that people are like geared towards one or the other or not
I
necessarily?
do have to say, so not necessarily. It's more the person's personal preference.
Okay.
But all in all, whether Valentine's Day or just any day, people are just really
They want lab.
going towards the lab.
Yeah.
Now, there are a good set bunch that just are like, no, I want natural, grown in the ground. They like the idea of,
Mhm.
it grows naturally in the ground for thousands of years and
Yep.
the rarity of it as opposed to, a diamond being grown in a lab. Now,
Right.
I will say, the diamonds being grown in the lab, yeah, it's not underground, but I mean, they're flawless,
I've noticed they're a
so
lot
there's
shinier.
that.
Yeah. So that's always nice. So if somebody's, well, I was gonna say if somebody's deciding between the two, I feel like the price is the main
I
differentiator.
mean, but you can obviously get natural diamonds that are, DVVS, sure,
Right.
but you're just, especially when you get more up there in the carat, like a carat, carat
Oh,
and a
it's
half, two
huge.
carat, and a necklace. So, I mean, then it just gets up there. But
Yeah.
everyone,
It
has their
depends. Yeah.
people will pay for what they want, and
Yeah. So somebody commented on this on somebody commented on our YouTube and they were like, well, basically I want you to either debunk this or just give us your take. So they were like, well, lab grown isn't great for resale.
okay, they're right,
They are.
they are.
Okay.
But you're saving so
I
much
know.
money that you can literally throw it away.
And
Like,
just go get a new one.
and I shouldn't say that because that's probably not the thing to say on that, but it is true. The money
Yeah.
you save, like for instance, being the daughter of a jeweler, when that day does come, I would like to say, I do like the classic round. I would, I don't have to have the best of the best, but I would, for size is more of a important thing to me.
Mhm.
So instead of spending, say, on something I would ideally like a 3 carat at
Yeah.
least, okay?
What would it be like
GIA
real?
certified.
Yeah.
That's what so I would say probably with the setting that I would want, matching band would probably 30 to
Yeah.
50
Still a lot of
depending,
money.
you know? So if I get a lab grown with the beautiful setting that I would want in the band, I would say probably 8 or under. So
Wow.
now you think about that 30, 40,000 you're saving, you could invest that back in your house.
Yeah,
You
your
could
wedding too,
travel
yeah.
multiple cruises, a wedding,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's
So
worth it.
that's the way to look at it. It's
Okay.
kind of, yeah, catch 22, not good for resale value, but when you buy it, it's not something you're going to want to buy to resell, so to
Exactly.
speak, you
And
know?
also you said this last time that people aren't buying real diamonds right now as much, right? Is
Correct.
that
Yes,
correct?
it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
So there's that issue too with the real ones or what are they called?
Lab grown and mine grown.
Mine grown. Okay. I need to stop saying like fake
You could
words.
say natural too.
Natural,
Natural
that's better.
diamonds.
Okay,
Yeah.
easier for me to remember. Uh, this Coastal Pearl magazine edition is the love edition, obviously. Very fitting, beautiful. You are on the cover. Well, your store is. So this might be like a lot to think about, but if you could explain what love means to you, what would you say?
So I would say being seen, being appreciated. Nowadays in my life, I feel like I'm doing a lot with two little girls
Oh, yeah.
and juggling a job. I have a lot going on. So just like, being appreciated, a compliment, I am more of a giver myself. I really like I love being a generous person, like donating, getting involved. I actually am included in baby drives, food drives, but that's a whole nother
Oh, I love that.
story. I know it's rewarding. I
Yeah.
really do love giving back. That really like it makes my heart happy. But, I being surprised, like, hey, babe, I thought about you today. And
Yeah.
this is, I noticed that this is, something you've been looking at, or just, someone paying attention to the behind the scenes,
Yes. Not being like, hey, can you please do this?
Yeah,
Can
hey,
you
I
please
really
get
like
this?
this one ring,
Yes. Exactly.
that would be,
I
haven't had
love
that in a
that.
long time.
I love that. That's nice. So actually, to add to that, do you ever like when guys come in, for instance, or I guess this applies to men and women, but when they come in, for instance, for Valentine's Day, well, you kind of said either they know what they want or they don't, but do a lot of them, um, are they kind of like the woman has told them what to do?
You do have a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll have it like to a T,
Okay.
white gold, yellow gold. I like this. Or they'll have the piece in mind.
Okay.
Some women are a little bit vague, like, okay, I
Yeah.
want diamond jewelry. They'll definitely tell you what they don't want.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. I
then,
do that. And I'm
but
like, figure out the rest. Yeah.
like you want a little bit of surprise, but then
Exactly.
you have a couple women that are like, okay, I've been eyeballing this. So Valentine's Day is coming up. There's that, but I would say a lot of the classic stuff you can't go wrong with. Pair of stud earrings.
Those are really nice.
I also ask people their price range. That kind of narrows it down for me as well. So we then know if we're going to do natural lab, that's
Hmm.
another, key question. White or yellow gold, if they're open to both, we do have pieces that are two-tone, or we can
Okay.
also choose. And what else? Okay, so or we have just like the simple solitaire necklace, which you could do with just like one classic diamond, or a
That's
diamond like
pretty.
with a halo, the diamonds going around
Yeah.
it, or a heart. We do have some cute little hearts. You can do just a solitaire, you can do a bigger one. I mean, we
Yeah.
have a lot of, cool heart pieces or colored stone pieces that
And hearts are trendy all the time.
they
They don't
are,
really go out. Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
have Tiffany as well.
I was gonna ask, you have designer brands,
We
not
do.
just your own. Okay.
It comes and goes
Okay.
very quickly. So I will say that
And
the David Yurman, the Tiffany Cartier,
okay.
Van Cleef, when
Yeah.
we get it, some pieces, like the more, for instance, like the Tiffany, like the heart necklace
Or the I remember
and
I have
necklace
those.
and bracelet.
Yeah.
We get a couple of those, and those will kind of be a um we'll say not a centerpiece, but those will be
Sit there.
in the case. Yeah, I'm trying to
It's so
find a way
funny.
to say sit there.
No,
Yes,
I
that's
ruined
what I'm
it.
getting
Sorry. But it's funny. I found mine from my bat mitzvah. So when I was 13, my parents, they're moving and I found it. They found it and they gave it to me. And I was like, this is so funny because I had like the matching and you put it on and you forget how chunky it is.
I was just about to say that. It's so
Yeah.
funny. I would say within the last year, I went in my old jewelry box and
Yeah.
it was like jewelry that I had as a kid,
Yeah.
and same thing. I went to go put my bracelet on. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. I'm like hitting people. It's just a
that's
lot.
heavy. I think I realize why it kind of sits there now. But
Exactly.
yes, it
But
usually, go ahead.
no, those are solid silver though, isn't it? Like, would
Yeah.
that be good
I
resale?
mean, it's sterling silver, but it's solid silver as far
It's
as,
heavy. Yeah.
yes,
So
exactly.
like, could you, I mean,
Well, now the way silver's climbing up too. So I do have to say, as opposed to silver and gold,
thank you.
silver, you do need quite a bit more. You need it definitely in ounces, whereas gold, you could do grams, like a couple grams or a couple
Yeah.
penny weights, and that will add up quick. Whereas, silver, you definitely need a little bit more substantial weight
Okay.
for sure.
Do you notice people are more drawn to silver and gold right now, or it just depends?
Kind of depends.
Okay.
I mean, I do have to say, I don't know what has been going on. I don't know if it's freaking people out that a lot of the refineries are like not even taking anything in right now. People have been selling their sterling silver flatware sets. Like we have a whole room
Really?
full of it. And funny enough, we can't do anything with it. I'm like, Dad, why are you still buying
Yeah.
this stuff?
Yeah.
Because we don't even know what we're going to do with it.
So what are they just to have money? They're just
They just have, because of what the metals have been doing,
yeah.
they had to just like, hey, we're not taking anything right now.
Wow.
A lot of them are. So they're just, they're on like a standstill right now.
Wow.
So we're just holding on. They have to open eventually,
Well,
but
yeah.
they're just so backed up. They're like weeks and weeks behind processing,
Wow.
and a lot of the sterling silver flour that gets melted because not too
I
many
assume. Yeah.
people are,
I assume you just melt into like a big ball.
yeah, big ball.
Do you think that the prices are going to keep going up?
God, I hope so. That'd
I
be
know.
good for
I
my
know.
investment. But at the same time,
It's pretty
I
crazy right
love jewelry.
now. I know.
So, I mean, yes, I do think it will. I have no idea what has gone on because for the longest it was like at 2,800, like
Yeah.
just a year or two ago. And then it like doubled.
Everyone
So
loves gold now.
I'm curious to see what
Yeah.
happens. It's kind of like trying to predict what's going to happen with the stocks.
It's
Very,
true.
very
It's
similar.
yeah. Or like the crypto, it's like the same thing. And then you start analyzing and then you go crazy. So
I
yeah.
mean, and it's not like you can like, when you go to buy stocks, you look at like what it's done in a year, what it's done in 10 years since it's been around.
Yep. This is
Gold
new.
has just never been this high,
Yep.
so it's not like you can even reflect and,
Exactly. Like compared to anything. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I mean, I hope it does.
It'd be good for anyone who's bought it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, okay. So to just wrap things up, what would you say if somebody comes in and they're like, hey, I have a budget, for instance, of like $1,000.
Mhm.
Or let's say, let's do like, I'm trying to think of like a lower tier, not that that's nothing, but like if you have somebody who's like, I have, $1,000 or less or $2,500 or less for Valentine's Day. Is there anything you would suggest that could fall into that?
Actually, yes. Now, if you're
Really?
going to say 2,500 or less, there's actually a
A
pretty
lot.
decent
Okay.
spectrum. Now, if you're going to come in and say, "Hey, I even a 500,
Oh, yeah.
I do have some wall displays where honestly, estate, when I buy right, like when I buy in bulk or I buy closeouts, that is because when
Oh,
we buy right, we return the favor and we sell right. So there are
okay.
like I've had a couple people come in like, hey, I have 300-400 bucks. What can I do here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we bought gold low, lucky for you, we don't go in the store and constantly change
Yeah.
our tags reflecting upon gold. So, like there was a girl who had just gotten a ruby and diamond double heart necklace for $350. It
Wow.
didn't weigh a lot, but I would say estate pieces.
That's
That's
pretty. Okay.
something I mean, not always, but
Yeah.
that's probably what I would go to as far as the budget and you want something a little bit more
Yeah.
substantial. Yeah, you can still get that new from a vendor. It's just not going to be,
As
you
substantial.
can only get what you can get with, three, four
Exactly.
hundred. But the 1,000, I mean, you could get, a smaller pair of lab grown studs.
Yeah.
Or I
That's what I
mean,
was gonna ask.
even I would say carat and a half. That's
Okay.
in the price range. A nice chain. I mean,
Yeah.
the possibilities there within the 1,000, they're still pretty good. Now, when you want to start adding diamonds, that's probably when we get into
Yeah.
the $2,500 realm.
That's
But
So there are options. It's not
Yes,
like I feel like some
absolutely.
people feel like they need to go in and spend like a ton of money, but that's good to know.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I actually already kind of pre-picked out because I organized the store for Valentine's Day. I have pieces in the windows for Valentine's Day to bring people in, but I have
Okay.
like mentally like an idea of like, okay, people that are Valentine's Day shopping, we have all
Hmm.
of these hearts here, we have the colored stones, and then we have the classics. So I just
Smart.
asked a couple questions, try to feel whoever
Hmm.
the item might be for, and
And
go
then you know
from
where to
there.
go.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
So obviously you have to go stop into Bergman for Valentine's Day. And actually, I have one more question.
Yes.
If you were single on
Mhm.
Valentine's Day, which obviously a ton of people are, if you wanted to treat yourself, is there anything you'd recommend? Again, it depends on price, but is there any item that you see do people singles come in and they're just like, I want to buy this for myself?
I mean, I'm one of them.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
always my
fine.
my newest one is this chunky ring actually.
I love it.
So yeah, I mean it does go back if it's a girl, it's kind of what she needs to complete her collection,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you're building,
It's
but
personal.
I would say you can't go wrong with studs,
It's true.
especially different shapes. I see that you're wearing ovals
I
and
got oval
rounds.
ones. Yeah.
They look great, by the
Thank
way.
you.
And
Thank
so
you.
something like that.
Yeah.
What else? A solitaire necklace. I'm really into the layering chains and the stackable
Yeah.
rings. So
Those are
get
pretty.
yourself a cute little stackable
Yeah.
set or another chain to add to your collection or a couple, depending on, what you're looking for and
I love
wanting to
that.
do. But yeah, the Trois et Moi, I have to say that is a super trendy item right
So
now.
even if you're single.
Uh-huh. I have to say my next thing that I want to do because I have my two little ones. I have
Oh, that's
Dahlia
cute.
who is born in September
Okay.
and Gracie who's born in May. So she's an emerald and she is a blue sapphire.
That's pretty.
I got this idea on two pear shapes. Two
Mm.
pear shapes
Oh,
equal
that's
the heart.
cute.
So I don't know if I want to do like maybe a free form ring of like a sapphire and an emerald coming together on a ring or
Hmm.
like a bracelet or maybe even a necklace. But that I'm kind
That's
of
really pretty.
toying with, and I think that would be
And that, so you don't need,
cool.
so it doesn't need to be like an engagement or,
No, it
yeah,
doesn't have
a
to be.
wedding band is just, yeah,
You
I love
can
that.
you
How?
can do whatever and see since we do custom work, you can literally in your head like think of something,
Oh, yeah, you could design
verbalize
anything.
it, and I can yes, our
Wow.
custom guy is amazing. And I'm
Wow.
excited to make this next piece.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so do you have any last thoughts on love?
Well,
Or anything you want to say to come on into Bergman to
I would say, chocolate and
Mm,
flowers only last so long, where jewelry is not only an amazing investment, but it lasts forever.
I love that. I nailed it. And also it really is an investment. Like I always say that to my husband, but he's like, who's gonna sell it? I was like, I don't know. That doesn't matter right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
worry about
Yeah,
that
yeah, we'll
later.
worry about that later. That's what investments are for. So right now it's really great. So think about it like that. Go get your girl or guy a nice piece of Bergman. And this has been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Of course, it's
And
been a pleasure. Thanks for
yeah,
having me.
you're always the best.
Thank
And
you.
have a great Valentine's Day.
You as well. I hope your
Thank you.
husband comes and sees us.
Yeah,
Tell
he
tell him
better.
give
He
me your little
better.
wish list.
Yeah. It's like he owes me a few, so we'll get him in there. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this. We will be back for more. And do not forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. And we'll see you soon.